So finding a comfortable way of settling in to the surface you're seated on. Sinking into that surface while also rising up from it with a sense of dignity. Simultaneously relaxing and rising. Softening around the eyes. Softening the jaw muscles. And dropping the shoulders just a little bit more. This morning we will be practicing directing our attention, sometimes also referred to as a concentration or focusing practice. And typically we choose an anchor to focus our attention on, to direct our attention toward. Most typically we use the breath, but we could also use sounds, whatever sounds are around us, or we could use bodily sensations. This morning, let's stick with the breath as our anchor. And be paying attention to how the breathing process shows up in your body. What do you notice on the in-breath in your body? What are you noticing on the out-breath in your body? We're observing the breathing. We're not controlling it or directing it. Instead, we're merely directing our attention to our breathing. And if your attention should wander off with a thought or a sound or a sensation, simply become aware of that and gently guide your attention back to your breathing. Appreciating our capacity to direct our attention. perhaps bringing a little extra focus to the in-breath and then easing on the out-breath. Noticing how each breath has a way of defying our expectations. Whatever expectations we're holding for the next breath. As observers, we realize that our breathing does what it's going to do. Of course, we can control it for a few moments, but that's not this exercise. This experience is about observing. Realizing that breathing is movement. Movement is change, impermanence. This is our actual personal experience with impermanence on each breath. Over the next few moments, we're going to be redirecting our attention. Taking a moment to recall the benefits of space in our lives. Those moments when we're not feeling controlled by some external force or thought or emotion, when we're not feeling constricted, when we're not experiencing scarcity, when we're experiencing space where we're in a place of being able to choose. We can direct our attention in a way that enables more spaciousness. On each in-breath, feel your bodies expanding. Sustaining this sense of expansion even on the out-breath. And along with this sense of expansion of the body on the in-breath, allowing your awareness to expand. expanding your awareness to cover not just your body, but this place you're seated, incorporating that into your awareness. And every few in-breaths, expanding your awareness, begin holding the room, the space you're sitting in your awareness. Noticing how it feels to have this expanded awareness. Continuing to expand your awareness beyond just the room to the fullness of the building you're in. And beyond the building to your neighborhood. Staying aware of the ever expanded spaciousness. Continuing to expand beyond your neighborhood. Perhaps going so far as to imagine you're out in space and viewing the earth with this fully expanded awareness and sense of space. Noticing how this spaciousness feels in your body. Resting in this expanded awareness and appreciating your capacity to direct your attention from being focused on some detail of the in-breath to being aware of this much greater spaciousness. Perhaps even this view of Earth. In doing a little background reading for today, I discovered that we breathe about 20,000 times a day, which of course is a lot until you remember that we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So our minds seem to be busier than our lungs. But there's this subtle constancy to our breathing, a constancy that continues regardless of what we're doing, what we're paying attention to. I love this sense of deep mystery that accompanies something like breathing. Oh, I know I can read the physiology books and the biology books and get an explanation there that makes cognitive sense. But for me, there remains this sense of mystery that transcends that. There's something more that's going on here. And being attuned to that mystery is part of the power of being human. Paying attention to our breathing exposes the expectations that we bring into our practice. We have expectations about what breathing should feel like. We have expectations about what we should accomplish in our practice. And yet every breath is different, not expected. There's this experience of impermanence. One of the most important benefits of a mindfulness practice, of a meditation practice in observing our breathing, is appreciating firsthand experience of impermanence. We all get it intellectually. None of us is stupid or ignorant about that, about impermanence. But there's something different when we have it right here in our direct, immediate experience, when we realize how powerful, how real impermanence is. You know, we can hold on to our expectations, beliefs, judgments about ourselves, about others around us, about the world. And at the same time, we cannot hold on to our own breath with all of its impermanence. When we notice that breath, when we have that experience of impermanence, that's the manifestation of the present moment. That's what we mean by present moment. The power of our breath is hard to understand, and yet we can feel it. We know it. It's here. And what we feel, we realize, is beyond our egoic selves, beyond this identity that we hold about ourselves. There's something more.